I'm Scotty, and this is Excelsior Garage. So, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. Have been since I was little. It kind of molded what I was into car-wise as I grew older. Big sedan type rigs, 59 caddies. So much so that I'm not really I don't like dressing up like a Ghostbuster, but I'm definitely a Ghostbusters nerd. In the case of the new movie that's coming out, I'm pretty jazzed up. Waited 30 years plus, 32, whatever it is now, for that movie to come out that had a continuation. And obviously, when I first saw the preview and it showed the 59 Caddy Ecto-1 being found in a barn, I went, holy shit, I wrote this movie. So, in honor of that, what we're gonna do today is show you a little process of turning my 59 Coupe into a little bit of an homage to the Ghostbusters car, and then taking it down to the theater, you know, just to have it there, make some people happy if they like the Ghostbusters, and hopefully it'll make some kid like me fall in love with these cars. Same thing that happened to me 30 years ago. So enjoy. Here's the car in question. It's my 59 Coupe. It's not a Coupe de Ville, just a regular old coupe, kind of the low model two-door. Pretty nice car, not very rusty. It's got a little bit here and there. Sat since 1978 in a field until I got it, thanks to my buddy Rice, and got it from basically the original family that sold the car. Had a dealership, and they got it back 2 years or so after the original owner purchased it. It's got its little problems, but much like the car in the new movie Ghostbusters Afterlife, it's got that patina. That's what they call that. I'm not a huge fan of patina. I like painted stuff, hot roddy stuff that matches the period. But hey, this is Mother Nature's paint job now, and it matches the feel of finding an old caddy in a barn, which, like I said, I can't believe that they do that. That's the dream of all Ghostbusters nerdy fans, is to find an Ecto-1 in a barn, and one that works. That'd be crazy. So just kind of giving you a walk around the car. We're gonna get the other magnets put on it, which is super simple process. I had those made, but because I have trim on both sides, you gotta cut 2 of them to make them work. This thing runs and drives. Shouldn't be an issue taking it down to the theater. The thing I'm gonna try and do, just to dress it up slightly more, is kind of build some bracketry to put this Code 3 XL, which is close to the factory, not the factory, but the style they had on the real original Ecto-1. Obviously, blue lenses, blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of things that are slightly different, but it'll give it enough of a mystique, you know? We're paying homage here. Homage? Well, I don't know. We're just trying to make people smile, so let's make this happen. Okay, we got 2 decals. One's for the back, doesn't have to be cut. Passenger side, it's already to the driver's side, is gonna have to be cut. So, the easiest thing I figure is just wing it. We'll kind of center it up here, something like that. Make sure he's kind of square, maybe move it over a little. I mean, they're magnets for now. We don't have to worry too much about them. Yeah, that looks right. The other thing we can do is I can go take the other one off and clone where I already cut it. I'm debating trimming it more, because you can see there's a little extra down here, but you know, I don't want to just straight ruin these expensive magnets I had made. You can always kind of stick them back together. But if I trim a little bit more, the size of the trim here, then it should be perfect. But realistically, the way it looks on here, come on, magnet. From there, it looks perfect. Down there, you can tell it's a little bit fatter on the bottom. So let's just do this real quick. We'll trim the other side, match these bad boys up, and then make a decision about the rest of it. All right. Let's eyeball this. Oh, I forgot. Just get a wiper, you know. I don't want to lose any of the good dirty look of it. It's about the middle-ish. Yeah. Just a happy little decal. All right. Sorry about the nasaliness. It's that time of year, friends. Yeah. That's not too bad. I might still trim these. Take about the size of the trim out. But I'd say that looks pretty good. Pretty darn good. Now we'll grab the other one here. Oh, forgot where I was. Where am I? Who am I? Ooh. You know, get skinny. All right, there's the middle. Don't want to lose any of the good chalky whiteness. Hey, so easy. Instant ecto. It's time for me to not be in a hearse. Miller Meteor. Just gonna spread the dust. Spread the dust around. Get that consistently shitty look going. All right. Well, that part was easy. Ooh, that's bright. As you can see, this car's in okay shape. The interior's hammered. It sat outside for all those years. And these cars are so well sealed with the windows up that basically what happened was it was like a geodome in there. All the moisture that made its way in would evaporate and condensate and back and forth. And it just chewed up, dried out all that stuff. The dash pad, the top of it was just wrecked. But, you know, it's perfectly shitty for what we're doing in this occasion. Like I said, it runs. It runs enough to make itself available to be in front of the theater for the movie. Had to put an Edelbrock on the original 390, but this car, interestingly enough, excuse my sniffles again, this car had been, had an engine fire, which is why it stayed put where it was at that family's ranch down in the south part of Wyoming. They had the original carburetor, they had taken it off, and there's this little plate in there that GM had designed that directed exhaust gas to heat up the bottom of the carburetor. Stupid design. Worked for what it was, but they had put that on backwards, which didn't allow the carburetor to open correctly. It loaded up, backfired, caught fire, burned up the wire loom. I've since replaced a bunch of stuff, new plug wires and all that, and new water pump, and on and on and on. But, you know, it's basically the way it was from when I got it, and it just hadn't run in 30 some years, 40 years. But now it does. And you might notice, woo-wee, you might notice I don't have trim or emblems or the little wings that go right here on the sides of this. That's because this car is ultimately getting a mild custom job. These cars don't need much, really. They're damn near perfect the way they are. But there was a famous painter named Larry Watson. He had one of these that he did this beautiful panel paint job on, as you can see here. And I'm gonna eventually do this car up similar to that, but in black and white. But again, I can't miss an opportunity to take a patinaed white 59 Cadillac, even though it's not an ambulance, Miller Meteor, or any of the other models for that matter that people have done, but specifically the Miller Meteor like the real car. This thing's just got close enough look that this goes without saying. It should be done. Make people smile. Here's another conundrum I'm having. The real car has red painted fins, But those Miller Meteors, not all of them, but some of them had a little trim piece started right up there by the A-pillar, right here. It came down, excuse me, right there, came down. And that's what they used as a separation point for the two different paints. Now, I don't want to paint these fins red because this is temporary. So what I might do is use electrical tape or something red tape, you know, to get the vibe. I don't know, mill that around. That might be a thing to do. Well, I got using my hot rod as a makeshift workbench, my little hot rod project. You can see the bottom of this, there's just these 4 little captured bolts. Sorry, just 4 little captured bolts and all that wire. I'm not gonna wire this up, but I have to come up with something that brackets, probably just flat plate. Then it's gonna have to, so if it was here, it's gonna have to come down, rest on the roof, as well as here, and loop underneath this drip rail. Because I don't want to damage any of this. I don't want this to be affected by such a silly little thing. So I think I'm gonna go flat plate first, and then bend up some other crap. Try and make it work. It's a little more complicated since I have a day to do this, basically. Today's Wednesday. I have rested today into tomorrow. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I got other stuff to do. But we'll give her hell. Okay, so what I did, this was kind of a pain in the ass. I robbed some brackets I had from this other light. You see the bases that clip to the drip rail, and I built some brackets out of just some scrap that I managed to wrangle. And I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's funny, it's coupe. But you know, gets the point across. I don't know what I'm doing with the wire, we'll see. Now I just gotta build some elongated, those guys. So it'll hold on, because all it's doing is going down in front of the theater. But, yeah, that kind of does it. That kind of does it. All right, well, I built a new holdy down bracket, a couple of them, to make this silly light bar work, to dress it up. Yeah, you can see there. Just built a plate, stuck it on. Screws into the factory thing for these later lights, these guys. You know, I'm happy with it. Now, just gotta put the correct plates, my Wyoming plates that are Ecto. Should be good to go. I actually got permission to park it directly in front of the theater. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. So, little hard work. Make an old girl look kind of funny. Put some smiles on some faces. Okay, well, I got everything I'm gonna get done. The movie is tonight, the big premiere. There it is. I decided against doing the fins red. I don't really want to do anything that's too permanent. There's some other options I looked at, but she's running. It's good to go. On down to the theater. Booyah. We made it. They don't even have the sign up, but it is debuting tonight. I had a helper follow me in case there was trouble. But there it is. Mini Ecto in front of the theater. Worth the effort. Thanks for watching.
Two hours later.
Back from the movie. Car made it. No issues. It's a little cold out here in Wyoming, but that's a pretty amazing movie. Go watch Ghostbusters Afterlife if you like the Ghostbusters stuff, even remotely. Bring your kids. It's bravo to everybody involved. Killer movie. Awesome cars. Till next time. Thanks.